for this Bɔdi Bεttεh about Gentri in a program we at the organization, Sierra Leone organization of Greater Manchester and the Brian County. We. And today we will talk about depression, we know under mental health, and we qualified mental health nurse and social worker, Miss Sharka, will be present for you today. So without further ado, I'll go on over to Miss Sharka. There may people a while then they present to not be able to take any questions, but at the end we'll left enough time for them to ask any questions. Thank you. You can go ahead, ma.
My family, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Sharka. I'm a mental health nurse, as Mr. Fuller don't say, and social worker. And today, we will talk about depression and COVID-19, how it affects people then who get depression. This is not the content that we be say we will talk about today. What's not depression, what they cause depression, how it affects people the way, how COVID-19 affects people the way already get depression. What are some of the factors the way they cause depression, the condition, how it will worsen, then depression per man, woman, pekin, then at the go some figure them where the world don't show as well as UK don't show. And at the same time, how for get help and how for prevent suicide. Then we'll come to conclusion at the end. We can ask questions. Depression, as if that is in a so, everybody can feel down sometime, not in life. But if this feel where they feel down, if they feel sad or unhappy, if that happen for 1 week, 2 weeks, then it don't they go over a month, this they show signs say maybe na depression they suffer from. Some people do not believe say depression real because they can say, but yeah, I'm a black man, waiting to happen to me, depression or the whole black man. But we're not going to be shocked for say, yes, depression is real. And this condition, what they call depression, it happen to 1 in 10 people then. And has some cause not in life. And at the same time, not to one person it affects all the gender. Pekin, young person, old person, mama, papa, everybody can suffer from depression, white, black, green, you name it. And statistics don't show say 4% of Pekin in the UK are between the age of 5 and 16, they suffer from depression. Me family them, I want to know say, not to one thing no more they cause depression. No. Certain things in the way they happen in our life them. When I in the trigger or pinch depression for make it happen to you. Like if somebody die, you divorce, you know well, they make you redundant, you not get job, then you get money worry. As you see some of the picture the way I put, can tell we say that person wait in a panda, you get bokutin way they think what. The same thing to this lady way she done down. If somebody then at the family where it be that person then at the breadwinner, now they provide for everybody, it affect people them in different way. If it be say now you love one, you picking, or sometimes even people that they get miscarriage and all that thing and they make people then feel depressed. We don't divorce as well, one another used together, all that things they make you feel depressed. Money worry, we all know it's not money worry, especially where we don't lock we don't, we be say nobody know they go work and all that thing and they job they know they, you don't know more, nothing all day, you don't know self for turn to. All that thing and they, and all they cause depression. If you not get job, it even worse, or let be say if you don't work, then at some point they say you work done, you never get suicide for turn and would have for turn to. How this depression also affects some people then during this period, this pandemic, we will all suffer so. Depression it affects some people in sleep. It affects the way they eat. It affects their world. It affects their everyday life. Everything where they do, it affects them. And the worst of it, if you can't be say you already they suffer from depression or you get other mental health problem, it just they make the matter worse. So we can normally say what's a pass Gary. And they make, they even able to get your treatment where they get because definitely you lock down within a house, you're not able to go to do. And they give people then stress, they make you very, very stressed, you worry because you isolate you in a person, even though we be say you're sick, you get depression, but you can still go to do and do waiting for do. But this particular moment, COVID say, they're going to sign a house you get for day. They make you even feel worse. Then the quarantine back, they even help because waiting to that treatment maybe they get or the therapy session them where they will outline for you for make your life better. They can't say you never for access them. Then the same time again where we say this same depression has to the cause during this pandemic, your medication will be done they take for make you better. You never get access to that medication there. Then you're afraid say, what's going to happen to my loved one there? Like where this place don't look so, Papa God, what's going to happen to my loved one that upset everybody okay? Or if you really say somebody don't die yet today, you back with remember, oh God, now what next? All that thing in there, it make you feel anxious. It make you feel so depressed and so run down. And at the same time again, you remember for money, you don't get money for do anything. Then you think back, also go pull money for go do shopping and all that way then they make you feel very, very withdrawn and you so isolate yourself where it be say that already locked with on anyways, you already isolate. So it just make the matter worse. Then I think some people they be say they can even experience it, they feel even hopeless or worthless, waiting at the reason for make a leave. There no need for make a leave because at the end of the day, I'm not getting no side for go. I didn't house had lockdown anyway. The picture why they show us so, the picture don't talk say, if you feel lonely all the time, my family then do a big. When I'm not shame for admit them to una love one them. Because if you talk to somebody about how you feel, they can able for help. Some tips and precautions the way it be say we can take during this pandemic period, this lockdown we don't can for dump away. They don't tell we say we for try for follow a normal routine. Things then way we don't be say we don't get what don't they do now we life them, and especially where it be say they say we all for work from us. Then you get you picking them, you get for set task them for do them schoolwork and all that thing in there. Love follow the normal routine every day in day out. I believe say if you put them follow that routine there, it will help them for ease depression or not going to make depression can near them. Let we limit the time the way they spend for listening to news and this social media, because social media are the big platform we get today where they above we life them. And again, my brother and my sister them, my mama, my papa them, do ya Lord try for do small activities them. Because as doctor be said the last time, he said small activities that they help with plenty. You know mean say because you get gym na house, for like you go exercise. You can exercise any side. You can exercise at house, they go up and down the step. You can put YouTube, you go put your salon music. Anything where you want, the way me say, me go make you glad to do them. As long as you don't go up and down, then they alone say go make you sweat. Eat healthy. As we all know say, when you eat good food, as my sister, we don't talk Fatima last week, we don't talk to okay, for eat healthy, for like we stay healthy, for like we live long. My family them, me not me say, but you get boku money for eat healthy. That pay maun, we don't cook you rest. You better tell if you work and they alone are very good healthy eating. Try forget enough sleep. As my brother Mr. C said, you talk about sleep. Una try for sleep and make sure so una get a very good sleep pattern. Una for introduce to the pikin them as well. We for avoid for drink alcohol and take drugs. Where problem happen until you go bend the bottle, not to the answer. Let we focus on things that we're able to get control over and things that we're not able to get control over because they make you worry too much and begin to think. Then, the most important one, let we keep social distance. Let we maintain social distance in a way, let we maintain social relationship in a way we get for fun, we love one them, let we check on them every day. We old people in the community, let we check on them as Sierra Leone. We group in Manchester, don't they do? We don't look after. We all want at the community from the beginning of this COVID to the end. Let God bless this union. Now, how some personality the way it be say some of we get where they expose we to depression. Some of them think they are so we can expose we to depression. It be say if they bully you na work or they bully you in school. If in a person will be say 24/7 in a social media, then it can be say your mama or your papa then separate, you get any difficulties. The list is endless. If you face all the things they have, so you get low self-esteem, you dey look yourself say, I'm not even fit for them at this group. All the things they have, so they lead to depression. And again, me fumble them. If you can't be say somebody in your family don't suffer from depression in the past, you not be saying that your immediate mama or papa, or it can be say your generation and generation and generation, granny, grandpa, you name it. All the things they have, so if you be say you don't get some of your body, then it can be say all the other affections that happen around you, it expose you to depression. So we got to know how we face certain things that where they happen in our life. And the worst of it is poverty and poor health. Where you not get nothing. You not get nothing for it, you not get money. Then say health is wealth. But sometimes you can it be say where that poor they don't meet, you not get anything for it. The next thing where you get for happen is you get for they think a lot and they feel very, very depressed. They draw you close to depression. As you can see some of the picture, the way they see other lady there, I will feel very, very sad. Mama and papa, they argue before picking them. Somebody feel lonely. This person also get very low self-esteem. All them things that lead to depression. They found with them. This thing, what they call postnatal depression, where some woman then don't born, it really make them feel otherwise. As na medical team, we sit down with, so they talk now, so say, well, body pass Gentri. I want hand una over to my sister Rugi, where it be say, now in your area, this and in specialty, like he explain this to we so we go understand them better. Miss Rugi, can you please explain to people them waiting, giving birth and postnatal depression they do to we women them?
On a good evening, everybody, and I tell you thank you for una join. Now, I just talk. I'm not going to talk long on postnatal depression because that postnatal depression are just one part of depression where now the whole package of of depression. So some women they're very, very vulnerable to depression. First of all, I tell them you don't get depression before then they even get belly. And then they come born the pikin. Some reason and they will make them can get the depression. Sometimes they get trauma where they born, or then they, as I say, sometimes they don't get depression in the past, or then get mental health problem in the past. So you don't born the pikin, you look forward for this pikin, maybe we don't try for pikin for a long, long time, then all of a sudden you can't born this pikin, you don't plan yourself for say, my goodness, because we much a man self. You plan for say, right, that's why I go look after my pikin, and this clothes now go buy, and this pram. The all of a sudden we can born the pikin. your brain, you don't know what's happening. The chemical in the brain just make you feel like you don't want this pekin. You yourself don't know what to make you not want the pekin. But the first of all, the most important thing is 2 weeks after we don't born pekin, a lot of women them can get the baby blues. The baby blues mean for say you feel one day they grab no more in the morning, you begin cry. You don't know what to make you they cry. You the one that say waiting wrong. Your head can just pull up no more for say, my goodness, especially if I first speaking for say, oh my God, this person here so now I get responsibility for the rest of my life. Because me self, it happened to me where I born me picking me bobo. That first weekday, this thing just come for me for say, oh my God, now I don't get responsibility for the rest of my life. No sign no day again where I go where I'm not going to think about somebody who rely on me. Right? If it happen to you up to 2 weeks, then they call them baby blues. That one they not a problem. Now, where that baby blues they continue, you they cry, you know, want for look after the pikin, you're not able to look after the pikin, and let people they around you, you know want for talk, you they feel guilty. So many factors then they will go happen, we go make for say, like how the picture should they show you for say that comrade they feed in pikin, you know they even they feed a number because you want for feed them. Serena Williams. Instead, we get the postnatal depression just after we don't born in Pekin, where you go, if you remember, I think 2 years ago or last year, where they play, now he gets a meltdown, now the court, now because of postnatal depression. So if you know want, sometimes there's some people and they feel very guilty about that, you know, because then they feel for say, mina kumra, why make her feel like this? Not to your fault, right? Now because of waiting the happen, the chemical then now your body. So me as a health visitor, where I go, now the first thing they ask the Kumra for find out how they do, because now part of the package down the way they go check you Kumra as a health visitor for make sure for say they not suffer from postnatal depression, or if they don't begin for suffer, let you able for support them for let them go to the GP. Now Africa obviously we don't know what's in a postnatal depression, but if we remember back, we go most get 1 or 2 Kumra them where they don't born they picking them, then they left the picking all day because we often in Africa we get people away go take that picking, they go take down that picking day. By the time the day they done, maybe 10, 20 people they don't hold them, right? So that comrade not gonna know how for tell anybody for say this picking, I born a number, but I know one time. Sometimes they done postnatal depression they done, right? If you get the right treatment, Africa now shout and go shout for that woman day for say you don't born you picking for like you even take her for like you give Bobby, you know they give them. Other people then you go gather other people they take the picking. So that one they all will go for reflect back and the comrade who they get now, especially like now this part of the world, help them, right? So postnatal depression can reach to the point where you go nearly want for kill yourself. You can get them 30 years so now you hate for say you want for kill you picking and all that stuff then they will not to think the way they last after some time you go feel bad about it. Some people they never agree for talk about how they feel whether they feel for say they get postnatal depression, because like especially this part of the world we're afraid for say if we talk social services we can take we picking now we earn. That one thing the last thing what social services go do, then go only do and what they know for say the postnatal depression not they get any better, you not get a lot of support, and you know they get any better. Then sometimes and then they all now for just for them they help you, right? So in as much as way the postnatal depression day, if you get the right help, the right support with medication, sometimes that's not this part of the world, it go get better. But if I know more for like comrade and the people where they near them woman them wife or mama papa, and for look at the person in behavior change. Because 1 minute if everything okay, then all of a sudden you sabi the person, then all of a sudden you notice for say the person in behavior don't change, you know, one for grab na bed, you know, one for it's just like the normal postnatal, sorry, just like the normal depression, but it passed that one day now where it can't the picky where you know one for all you picky, no one for look you picking and all this, or you feel guilty or you get thoughts for like you say you feel for harm you picking and all that stuff, then they now go cause for like problem go kind side for like other people that go get for intervene. So I'll pass back to Aisata.
Thank you, Miss Kamara. So me family them now the word that Miss Kamara don't throw light on waiting the postnatal depression and where people then give where then just born picking. The other thing again where it lead to depression, me family them now alcohol and drugs. Most of the time where they feel low or we feel down. The most important thing where we they turn to now the bottle for begin drink. If I'm with them, I want make una know say I drink they una they drink, it results for depression. And again, the thing what they call cannabis, when I drugs or illicit drug or even cocaine or anything else, Temu, there's a lot of noise in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, so as I said, so the other thing back where it can lead to depression, mostly na cannabis, and where people that can smoke jamba, they feel say that jamba the way they smoke, they make you relax, particularly for teenager them. And we go on again, alcohol is really bad for our body. But me fumble them. This thing, as they tell una say, we made up so much people, then we be say, God help we able for study and do some things them. I want for pass on over to pharmacy store again, because not so illicit drug no more, they make people then depressed. So medication and the way be say that they prescribe for we, where they make we depressed. Miss Jallo, if you can please just throw small lights to me family them. Make them know say not so then smoke whether they smoke or anything can cause depression, but other drugs then the way be say we can take where they cause depression. Miss Jallo, please, Temu, if you can unmute Miss Jallo for like you just go small word to we family them. Please.
Good afternoon. Thank you for coming back to this program. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk too long on this because itself not a subject on your own. Alcohol and drugs, like how my sister say, we they call them drugs, but drugs can be street drugs or drugs where they buy from pharmacy over the counter, or drugs where your doctor they prescribe for you in a prescription, or drugs where they buy online. So they all come under drugs. So drugs not just mean the street drugs, no more people and they smoke or and take with alcohol. Like how my sister don't say under. We'll come back to that topic there of drug misuse on a special section, one fine day, by God in own power. So we get drugs then where would they buy over the counter no more, so where would they use like for sleep medication them. As simple as antihistamine, where they make you feel drowsy. Some then day where you take them, you they feel so drowsy, one would then chlorphenamine, when a piritin as well. If you take them too much, it gonna make you feel sleepy. We got other one with insomniacs. If you could take them too much, it'll make you so sleepy. If you take another level back, it'll make like you begin get high, or it begin make you even feel low. So then they mess up with your brain, either high or low, depression or some kind of anxiety. So then we get that one and we get laxatives, where people and they use. Then see when they use for let me to say then go open them bowels, then go na toilet for make constipation, what then difficulty for go na toilet. They want for make it easier for let them go. Some then they wouldn't they use and pass mark. So nothing where I think traditionally we can use it every week. Say one clean week inside, but it is not correct for user every week. We only just use them when we get what we call constipation. We're not able for pass feces. Yeah, we're not able to go to the toilet. But some women in there, they're so obsessed, they're so they're into how they look. The way the world they go, then they tell women and say they get for look dry, they get for look slim, for big model, But black, big, beautiful sometimes. Not also. I should say the man ain't agree. Anyway, so for then he take out so they go lose weight. But now lie weight and they lose because then just they drain water from their body. And then it cause imbalance of the salts then within their body, like potassium, sodium, all them imbalance, and they go cause other problems. So your kidney, so how you they function, your metabolism, how your body all the function for do the body, the energy things that we're supposed to do. So long not taken lightly, people that can take and what them feel over stressed with being overweight. Then you get the other one then what then they buy back, where now for sniff no more. Then take and sniff them. something that they use, it's like a strong paint. It get acetone or alcohol. When they sniff at one so number, if you say past the number, you they feel high. And I can notice that something that paint now was done. And not for sidon inside. Now the same kind of chemicals there. You then inside, you begin feel bad. You hear the tone, you they feel drowsy. So you don't go inside your brain, even though you know to person that intentionally you go sniff them. So more so the one they go buy them for sniff and number, especially then teenager them. When they sniff and they feel high, then feel to say that's it, then problem done. Boy, yeah, now 2-3 minutes no more there, you go back, it left your body. So it's not good. Because they make like you don't know yourself. Coupled with alcohol, it they make like you don't know yourself. Alcohol, they make like you lose your senses. But like I said, they come back to alcohol and other drugs especially. Then you get the other one there, like Valium. They get that other called Z drugs. Then of course, the one that now a powerful woman they know now, then codeine. Una they hear about codeine, eh? It Africa bang as well. Then they use them, then they abuse them. It then have some painkiller, then we then combine with paracetamol and call them cocodamol. So then they mix and then they take them, then they mix out other things and back alcohol and this and that and all kinds of things, then they make concoction. What they take and so, especially from the liquid, then drink them. It they make them get high. But that high there, it they come back, it can become too low. It they mix up all your chemical in your brain. It they cause depression of your respiratory system, i.e. your lungs. You're not able to breathe. It can kill. Then you get the other one, they what they call the amphetamines. When I prescribe drugs for them, ADHD, what they call attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. For them picking the what they feel say get some disorder outside they know then they're bugged, they're not able to concentrate. You know, I'm sure we will come back to them kind of thing and they in more detail. So that amphetamine there, they can prescribe man with a prescriber, yes, they give on a specialist thing, not to just anybody. But it then a street. Then they go back then concoct and extract them from other sources. Then it becomes something else. What did they do? It make like your heart race. Your heart they race, it pace, it palpitate, it jump all over the place. You can imagine now. Why make so the thing that what they call LSD? Why see then take and then party, then take one tablet, no more, now go then go so. Now that side then they see. They got that wall. Now they educate yourself, say then they're not good. All na lie. The best for do now for look into like how my sister I started on say look and try for begin see waiting really na the source of the problem. Then something I so go able for like how we go get to say don't touch on waiting at the source of the problem, something I so go able for sort them out. But drugs, no, they help. It make matters worse. So la left and they will come back to drug abuse another day. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sister. So, me family me two another year waiting Miss Jala don't say about their medication them. So the other thing back will get for the look how they take medication there. Now we read waiting the medication because the side effects them. As now depression we talk about today, and I don't mention before say when somebody's sick, it can make you feel so depressed. They go to Dr. Kamara, Uncle Dr. Kamara, Papa Kamara, where it be say, na the brain behind this. Because na you expert, na you parts that one day, where it be say, where they can talk to we about waiting, how people they can depress, where they sick. At the left hand to Dr. Kamara. Dr. Uncle Kamara, please, if you there, I beg, that for throw light to we people them, make them understand say some illnesses them, they make you depressed so bad. Dr. Kamara, if it's or cancer, definitely then people in they feel depressed. In not the health situation. Because you go for the member every day in, day out. Papa God, me are they well, waiting they happen to me. Other people they able to do, waiting me not able to do. All them things then they make you they feel depressed. Now we say in Africa, on a free salon as a whole. Somebody they some other man they even get cancer. They not even know themselves they get cancer. This thing they eat them body. They're so depressed. But the one that we don't understand, other than a witch the witch. Able I beg when I left me a witch the witch. On somebody don't do them. Now somebody don't swear. Because what they do, they're not even able to get the money for go check and know what happen to them. Before them, I believe say Dr. Kamara don't come. I can pass through now to Dr. Kamara for like to throw a light into some of them things they are so where are they talk about? Where it be said, this sickness here, so they make me so depressed. Dr. Kamara, please, if you could help me out a bit.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're
Right,
live.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, family, thank you for attendance, and we hope so we go able for help one another and this team will do so. Now, I think so we talk about the thyroid gland, yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right, now the thyroid gland, now this small, if you have a butterfly, where they in front of the neck. If you look at the neck, you put your hand inside a small old day, so right on top of them, now they this thing there. But because they doing work, you normally no go feel them, no go know nothing but until it begin for Hamburg. Now, when they Hamburg you, obviously, now two ways. Either he do too much, or you do less than what he for do. The medical way when they look at it and say overactive thyroid and underactive thyroid. Now, obviously, if you overactive, it gets one way they affect you. If you're underactive, it gets another way they affect you. Now, because we talk about depression, the overactive thyroid will make your heart they beat fast. If you drink, like for example, 1 cup tea, you go sweat like say then throw away water for you. Your body, your hand them go to tremble. Some man can get diarrhea where you don't know what cause them. Then the eye then begin come out na the socket like way some man can look woman and say, this woman get bolio, you know. They don't know say sometimes that this sick in the hamburger. Because we do this thing they collect at the back of the eye and begin push the eyeball out. So when you look at her, you see a sign of beauty, but in actual fact, this person they suffer. But you see, now this make you fine for low, no then can't hear. Now the thyroid gland, it go actually hamburg or malfunction because of the fact say sometimes the place where you dey, the iodine where they na the ground, na the dirty, not enough for they actually control, for they pick them up, for they able to perform the way for perform. Because of that, this butterfly gland, why they talk about this small thing within at the front of the neck will begin swell. Now you can see some people get with them call and they say get a throat. Now, not to say sign of beauty, because some man they look and say, this one will get cut neck so neck full up, I like him. But in actual fact, that person will not well. And if that person did they complain, say they feel too much, too much heat, too hot, they sweat past mark, and then they tremble upon them. If they lose weight, they get diarrhea, then clearly that person they need for leg get checked out. That now way they overperform, overactive. When he underactive, now the other way around, now they the depression they come out way underactive. Now they so woman now where then they and then cannot business, their monthly business, they hamburg them as well. The person they put on weight, the person they slow down, in infection they slow down, the voice will begin get heavier. This type of woman them. So nothing we really need for look at. So when person they say you get depression, if finally we look at the whole body, not to just for look at the fact say this person sometimes they take drugs or sometimes he constipated or this or that, but we need for look at the whole body. And sometimes if we not look at the thyroid, when at the thyroid nine at the problem, then clearly we go miss them. So if I follow, we get that in there, and I make if anybody they feel the symptoms them, depression not to play thing. Nothing we get a lot for looking to. Sometimes then nothing will just pass. All man they go through that, you get disappointment, you feel a bit down, you feel a bit low. But when it begin continuing for more than 2-3 weeks, then you find for let we check, we GP them, we doctor them, make them check we all around for let them see the problem there. And if they find out say the problem now more to do with the thyroid gland, then clearly that need for be sorted out. And then all it takes until that tablet number forgive you, and then that thing they correct itself, and then you're better. So we go talk about that at another time. But for now, make a hand over to Ms. Sharka. We go continue with the talk. We go answer any question they will not get later on this same topic. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to me, and God bless you now.
Thank you, Dr. Kamara, for way down throw light on this illness. The other thing back again, where the leads to depression, where I want make me family they know. Some man them and some woman them. Sometimes they feel really, really tired. Very, very tired. They not get interest for make love to their wife them, they love their or their girlfriend them. Now this tears what they call, say, you libido. Me not even sabi call themselves, what I can call it, they make her laugh first. When you say you libido low, this tears so na thing way serious, dear. Then some man them me, I they ask this temu, dear beg, waiting at this libido, if you libido low, waiting at they mean.
Basically, now you appetite for get mama papa business. Now
Okay.
basically, you know if fan you partner attractive enough for let you feel for the one. I would say on a high level that they make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense because waiting do I want like we family they know say sometimes the way be say if you can't get your man where you man all the time you dey enjoy your man there all of a sudden this thing can happen, it lost interest. I beg dear, if you not the wife or you not the partner, get that your partner, they let them go check them and know waiting happen. As when they talk about illnesses, this now parts of the illnesses then during this particular COVID period, where we say all the people here where they suffer from anything they are so it really more than them. We got arthritis, we get asthma, we get cardiovascular disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity. All them sick years we see me don't call so, and doctor don't talk through them the other time as well. All them things they are so, they make you definitely feel sad, upset, you're not happy, you're not glad. And it then bring you down too much because what you do, where this COVID business has would be really warm. It really affects most people. Most people they lost their life. When we say they get asthma, when they get the cardiovascular disease. They family them and all that thing and they're not just die no more. Where they don't die, the one that where they left behind, their sister began for really touch them. And as well, where we say people then get all that there, so they're so depressed. Where we say they will remember say, oh God, this person don't die, that person don't die, get for baby next. Because what you do, this particular sick here, so be definitely relates to people the way it gets them sick there. So because this now from WHO and then bring a come up saying all that there, so where you get for watch yourself, for make you watch yourself and look after yourself, like you know, get too low, like you know, to really think about but definitely all that there, so they lead to depression. Now, depression. Where this way they can talk about man and woman, then we be say if you don't experience that kind of symptom there, so you definitely get for ask for help. Where it be say somebody in behavior, the emotional well-being, the mood, or don't talk about their sexual interest, cognitive ability, how they think, their sleep pattern, then the physical well-being. As my sister we don't talk earlier today. Now we on black sister they under Serena. Now they see him. Nobody no say it gets postnatal depression. But look at that behavior there. She was very angry. Maybe they all over the world have newspaper they say she's angry. But they not be no way to the woman they suffer from. Now later now we for can no say they suffer from that. The other picture they show with that guy, they're very lonely, is very sad. The other one is very angry. Low self-esteem. All them things they also they happen to man and woman then. If we see say we love one, the way we say be very cheerful, you like for hang out with your party them, or you even like for go out for a drink, you always get a laugh, you they enjoy fun with your partner, you always they do things very well. Then all of a sudden, everything where we they do well just can't slow by you. Do ya a big? Let we they keep we hype we love one them. Like we go to check on them. Like me so, everybody knows say me jange. If I believe say if Rugi call me and he call me today, call me tomorrow, call me 3 or 4 times and no say at the dong, he go must ask, I said, what's happened with you? Now the same thing we got for the check on we love one them for see if their behavior then change, even if we're not in our house or within our house, we they far, we can phone anybody and call anybody and check on them. If them behavior they also don't they change per we do ya me people them. Let we get help or we ask we love one for seek help. Because all them things and they lead to depression. Depression and puberty. What thing we get for taking to consideration back? Let me say teenagers them. When the kid reach start teenage, where it be say, especially boy picking and girl pick, where you don't have teenagers, you don't 13 years of age, 14 years of age onward, you don't begin pull bobby, you don't begin see your period, you get that erratic behavior and all that thing in there. And at the same time, you get for fun, you go out for fun, who side you belong, your sexuality and all them things and they. So picking they can talk say, oh, me, I mean a woman no more, but not to me, I don't feel say me a woman, or a woman body no more, I guess, but I believe say me a man. So they get that identity crisis and all that thing in there because they don't understand themselves. Because the chemical in them body, especially the boy, even the boy PK, the girl PK, they all don't change. They go all kind of mood swing, where we say the parents, they talk to them, they know they hear, you go to talk to some PK, then they like either they put your hand and speak to the wall. You know, now so we PK, they can behave sometimes, so we see them, then at that puberty area there. So dear me family them, if you get you picking them and you observe, say, they don't reach teenage age, dear, let we keep we eye on them and let we be them, paddy them, and ask them frequent questions where we know say go affect them as they grow. Because if we not continue for be friends and we will picking them and they ask them how they grow and how things that they happen at school or around them, as well as social media, especially with the age related on that puberty area, them picking that they that they even feel depressed and so lost, where it be say if their mama, papa, or love one another near them for direct them, it will lead to depression. As girl picking them more they talk, where they on them, they don't start them period and all that thing and they where it be say everybody gets a different way where it affects them. Some people them it be say they belay the art, them bobby they grow big, they get a that they become so irritable, they're not even want to see the blood, they get so angry. We're ready for talk to them, they're not even want to talk to you and all that thing and they just because maybe say the body they change, they don't understand all that thing and it leads to depression. They mean they become very, very depressed. And at the same time back, we some women the way we say we period can last longer than some people them, and where some period the way can happen to certain people them. It can so heavy that they're not able for going to work. It affects their work. It affects their school. It affects their relationship and all that. They can just one normal could just left them, made them be by themselves. If you see all that also they happen, so you love one them because what you do, we all know that the hormone now they change in the body. If that also they happen and you observe them, mama, if not picking them, this happen to observe them, comfort them, give them the love what they want. And if it be say the man the back, if now a woman then they face all anything they also know in that period they when at the time for a menstrual cycle, she's very vulnerable. Do you a big that for pay attention to her because what you do it can lead to depression. Now, we can't talk about waiting now the symptoms then where it be say we pick it that they show we where go lead to depression or where we go take into consideration for say this here in need help. As we all know say Miss Kamara when I rugi now in area this because now this particular moment as we talk now that side it they work. So Miss Kamara, do you a beg if you can throw light for we on this particular subject, speaking them where we say they can experience symptoms of depression, please. Temu?
Again, just like I don't say, as soon as see the waiting they say na the slide, it say children may experience symptoms related to depression like mood, emotional well-being, all the things and the way they show behavior, cognitive abilities, sleep pattern, physical well-being, all them things. Then at the same thing where man they suffer. So the adults they self now the same things the way the beginning they suffer and wake up and mental health, depression or anxiety. Now the same thing the beginning self go experience or vice versa. So no difference not between man, woman, and the picking them. The only difference we go there is small picking them from 0 to 5, no go get depression, right? So like the small picking, so the baby them from 0 to 5, now the experience where they get, because that time the brain still they develop. And as the brain they develop, you go either get a good experience, what will give you a positive brain development, or you get bad experience will give you negative brain development. But that don't mean for say for example, the brain development on a negative brain development, if not just one time almost something happen, something bad happen, the Komra or anybody they look after the pikin go able for correct that. If you're able for correct that negative situation there, that pikin now go get them sort of negative that negative brain development there for long. But if it continuously every day at the same thing, maybe food no day, maybe then they shout param. I start to be show one clip where the parents and they fed in front of the pikin them, or they shout by the pikin, food no day, the pikin angry, and you know get nobody for play with, or you know get nobody for talk to, and sometimes they then they sexually abuse them and all that stuff. Then that one they create that negative brain development. So now that's make what we say to Komra them is, if you want you pikin, when you get the pikin at your belly, you for begin talk to your pikin. So that baby then at your belly, say what you pikin born, for talk to them and for praise you pikin, for look out for you pikin, because the first 5 years of your pikin in life, now they don't shape that pikin there for the future. So we all, in many cases, the way we they so delect today, now from where we be small, from where we be baby, right? So we all can notice some certain things that they will know, where they not teach we in Africa, what we don't know, we're not able for pass on to pikin them. That one they not bad, because what can I so at least we they learn. But if the pikin they experience the same negative experience them every time, say to the 8 to 8-5, that pikin they will definitely get issues, whether na depression now or na other behavioral issues, it will get them. So from 0 to 5, we get for nurture, we pikin them, brain them. Let them not look like that pikin they with when and then in the subtom. So if you look she's lost. In brain, now God won't know what they think. Let alone all the picture themselves, they tell you something about where good for picking the experience negative things in their life. So obviously that one they will lead for them behave bad, right? If they do well in school, or say as they grow up, as if they do well in school, then I go for do well in school again. At that end of the sidom, for we understand who picking them, we start who picking them. And the last time we talk about anxiety, what maybe ask was this COVID term, now been the term for we always get small picking them, for we get for sabi who picking them back, which I will not be sabi them before, because we all then are us, right? So now this now the term for we sabi who picking them. Now we understand them, now we talk to them, for we not reach to this point where they will get different mood, maybe negative mood, or them emotionally they're able for control themselves when something happened to them, because they're so angry, they don't know how to control themselves for anything like now one day. And the depression go set in where nothing not change for them. But this part of the world, we get a lot of services them where people can take in Pekin, depending on what in the Pekin they go through. Now Africa, we not get them service then they bought, now we not be to Pekin them, now we not shout for Pekin, they will not know what in they happen to them. Right? Because then they lead to depression. Even though we don't grow up with a feel for say depression no day, sometimes when you look back, now waiting it happen to you when you be small, now go probably go cause or let you get that depression day because you're not able for defend yourself. So now that number for talk for this. This is now one old topic wake up and picking them as well, where you go find for we get that topic there. Now we just let people and just be aware of how we look after picking them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kamara, for what you don't share with we family them. As Ms. Kamara don't say, dear, let we look after we picking them, let we know we picking them, if the behavior that they change and everything, dear. I think you need to mute so many people. If we pick a behavior that they change, dear, let we just check them. And if not anything, if we're not able to control that particular situation, we can take them to the GP and seek help. Now, this is statistics where they show on how many people they suffer from depression. Not to one country no more, not to UK no more, these statistics there. If you see the teenagers, them among teenagers, them with depression from age to 20, 2005, 8.7%. From 2005 to 2014, 11.5%. Me believe say the reason for that rise there na social media. There's no two way about it. Like we encourage we picking them for use less of social media and there no boundaries. Waiting for the watch, waiting up for the watch, and who that for the engage with. If Nakisi na the world, 350 million people suffering from depression alone is 41%. Anxiety, 15%. Drugs use and disorder, 11%. Alcohol use and disorder, 10%. Schizophrenia is another one, 7%. So, me people, mental illness now something very real. And in 2004, 19.7% of people now UK age 16 and over, then show symptom of anxiety and depression. And out of that percentage there, 1.5% increased from 2013. Then this percentage, I per woman them 22.5% woman them show say they suffer from depression, and man them 16.8%. The reason why the woman they on I, because woman them they sickle, they ask, they talk, whereas man them no they ask, they no they talk. So me people them, do ya? If you feel say you they suffer from depression or anything to that extent or that particular thing they do are big, for seek help. I want make we know say not so we no more way poor or we not get money they suffer from depression. No, nobody not immune from depression. Even the one that way gets money, when I just look them face them they Bruno, The Rock, Michael Phelps, the list is endless. All the other celebrities there, money not they cover you. Money can make sometimes the money system can make you feel depressed. But the good thing is, waiting then celebrity has what they do for we. They all come together and speak out, then talk, then tell people and say that they suffer from depression, despite the money we then get. If money be the main boku people, then some man enough for go na rehab. So do ya a big. It no matter if you poor, how poor you be or how rich you be or anything. If you know say you they suffer from anything, me fumble them, when I get for ask for help, when I get for talk about them. Because our kuna no say we all day inside this together and we go work together. Because if you save one life, you don't save a nation. Wait for seek help. Where you they feel that way they. If you get panic attack, if they get pain, you will be they socialize, not they socialize again, you they get angry all the time, you they lost weight, or you know they eat, you they feel for kill yourself. They are me people them. If you know they feel that way they, as soon as see me sisters you don't die and then I enjoy. Now God won't get no way they think. Now God won't get no way in their mind. If you they feel that way they, the best advice is na forsake help. As we don't talk about people them forsake help, now I want to look the rate of suicide per man, a woman them na UK. Wanna see how we eye for man them? Because what you do, man they not the talk. They rather for bottle and swallow them problem because then they shame for tell people them. They feel saying that taboo if you tell somebody say, I need help, something wrong with me. Not a taboo. The more you speak out or you talk to somebody, the better for we. not to England, yeah, no more. Any side where you find yourself. If you love one, they tell you that they feel suicidal, they want to kill themselves, or if you say they get weapon where they want to use for hurt themselves, me people them, when I call the emergency way when they use in our country. The advice why they give again, if somebody old enough, say want to kill yourself, I beg you, no go near them. You can still call help, then at the next room you call help, or you there from a distance where you know so you go able for run come on a door and call help. No go near the person and cajole and for say, put that if they don't get, put that gun they don't. Not do that one day. Because waiting to somebody where be say they in that frame there for commit suicide, you know they think. You can do anything. Anything can happen. So if you're able, as to say, for deal with the person, say help come, deal with them. But not only them all, especially if they're knife, or gun, or tick, or hot water, not even try them. Now for stay back and stay far away from them. Then the government they tell we say, or Department of Health they tell we say, if the person get weapon, pull the weapon and we're unable to pull weapon and I don't talk them again, stay away. If not overdose the person want for take, then they simple pull the medication of the person and try to get help. The objects are where you know say you able to take control of, where you not go hurt you in return, yes, you can help. But if not, stay away. Man them, I beg, me family them, love talk. If something that happens to we love seek help, but help they will go seek. Woman them at the same time, if anything that happen, do you a beg suicide, not to the results. Because if you lost your life, the one the way they left behind, now they get for suffer. I they play this video for now. I they play this small video for now, where this video they can't tell we say, not so screening normal they go for let them go check with physical health and all that thing, and now they don't get a new screening where it be say that they screen you for anxiety, depression and all. Let we enjoy. Like what it be say we go to hospital for go check with cholesterol level, with blood sugar level, or with thyroid level, or anything else. Now, people, the medics, they don't come together, they don't put say, where they check for that, they now don't include anxiety and depression level for check. Now, in this video, they try for tell way. So, me people, them, we don't come to the conclusion now, we don't come to the conclusion. As I don't say earlier, this thing what they call depression is real. That's what can happen to anybody at any time. Now some people in life. As we don't talk before, 1 out of 10 people them can come across depression. But when you come across depression, now how we get for deal with them? And that way they again, you get for ask for help. If you ask for help, it's better than you suffer inside. I want to make we know say mental health that's something where they happen not to just Europe, it happen Africa, it happen every part of the world. With people they suffer around, with mama them, anybody around where they suffer around. So dear, like we pay attention to ourselves and know ourselves and know we love one them and know we picking them. And as we all Africans, Sierra Leoneans especially, I beg, well Bɔdi Bεttεh pass Gentri. Now I open the forum for any questions.
Thank you very much.
And I thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Auntie.
You're welcome.
A very good session. I don't, even though we do the dry run on Thursday, I don't learn a little bit more today. I will open the floor for people there for ask questions. And if I need for coming at any point, I will come in. I will give the audience the chance first for the asking question. Okay. Somebody just pay compliments for say, then tell me thank you for the brilliant session. Yeah, and it's very informative. And thank you for that. So everybody a good thing for you know. Yes, as I say the session was very good and very informative. Thank you guys very much. I'll go through the audience first. Let's see if anybody want to ask question. If you want to ask question, do you have the big say? You can either turn on your video and ace your hand out, or you can use the tool. The tool gets a functionality within them where you can raise your hand and I'll ask you question. The question about other first come now, first I will ask. Okay, not about any order of preference. Okay. Also from if I'm going to wake up late, we are a big and get for tell now follow comply with GDPR and data protection. Then section they get recorded on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, so they go around the panel while we wait for people and for ask question. Do you not feel ashamed if now ask question? I come forward and ask question. Also now get the facility for ask question by email. Email I go type them at the chat so everybody will get them. So if you ask any questions, send them the we professional team will go through then question day and try and answer you individually. If the question not gets any personally identifiable information, any information will not go identify you, the individual, we go try for put the answer as well in public so that people Yes, Sigugi,
Yes.
Go ahead, ma.
Yeah, I just want to tell Isa thank you and want to ask just one question. What I want to know is, I don't for say, like when you don't talk, na general overview you don't give of depression and depending on which part of the world where you day. But when it come na the UK or Manchester, what na the service system, if at all we get service system, what na the service system we'll get for mental health support na England or na Manchester, any which way one for answer?
Well, England as a whole, because definitely depends the region where you find yourself. Yeah, if you dey Northwest or you dey Manchester, you dey Birmingham, London, as I say, any side find yourself. We get scam, we be send a campaign against living miserably, where now an organization where they help picking them as well as big people them. We get Mind, we get NHS 111, and we get Shout. Then if you want more information on them things they are so, me found with them. When I just type NHS choice, it they give you different areas them where they even get help.
Okay.
And even if you're a person where not they even talk or they get NHS 111 where be sick, you even use sign language for communicate with them and tell them your problem. So yes, NHS choice is the best.
Yeah, the link to the NHS choice there. If you get the link, it will be good if we post them at chat. So if people want to go have a look at them in their own time, they go to them. Also, like when I don't say, if you're not in a Manchester, you're not in a UK, if we go through some of them here, sometimes if you get somebody in your family where you trust, confide in that person there and see how they will help. Or I talk about people more so within a salon because sometimes the facility will get now so no they under. And sometimes if you dey safe, you go there. So I would say if you're able to afford them, go see your doctor. If you're able to go see your doctor, you're able to afford them, seek help from people them way more matured, more experienced. Somebody who you trust will be able to confide in, but they are alone also fine silent. Let's see what else. They within the group will ask question. And also there, I know saying a salon, some of them here we don't discuss today. Somebody text me earlier. Say somebody here we don't discuss today. They need to see the happen at all. I give the person some examples. I will give examples and I have, for example, you know, we were married can beat you for something and back home where they look and say, I don't do worse thing than that, they not beat me. Why make night they beat me? So the young mama can get, you know, young kumbra go get picking for some reason. It defend everybody or anybody for drop that picking day to just for let it go. Not to say they go do anything. Maybe they go to no more on a junction by itself, or it goes to no more, they talk to other party them because maybe they didn't hear so then they go through. But because we don't know them, we don't hear so back home, we not understand. You know, then go just say no more, oh, na lazy. If he's saying a week on picking for, they are the big. If somebody they go through them thing and if we able to help, we help. I want to know they were glad about the community. Where maybe they grow up anyways. What I be they see is where somebody born. Now one person they born, but not to one person they men.
The men, yeah.
So their law continue that tradition they for law they help young kumbra them. If you get experience, you don't born picking already, you get that experience, you able to help. Please, let we all try for help we young kumbra them. Yes, Cecilia.
Yeah, I know what like when a person they ask so for say we know they see them things then they now because we all in a community. You understand? We all work there for myself including until I can learn na yeah, we don't know what's in a depression. We don't know what they talk say me that's not sweet. Not so? Now that's what they talk. And when something wrong with you, not get that minded for go tell person say, oh, I feel like for I not wanting a picking. Who say you they pull that word there for go tell anybody they kind of day. Waiting and go past yourself now in the doyanda. You understand? Nobody not understand you waiting what you go through, right? So the reason why make not the see that here so they manifest better now because we get families them. If you think about it, what me then na me one na me host. You understand? If anything they meet me na me one, but in Africa, no host not there when one person they sleep inside that host day. From 2 upwards, 10 people in the sleep. All man nobody not care for sleep na grown. So the time where the things that they happen to yourself, sometimes other things don't distract for like you know, but they feel that way. But when you sit down one place on your own, na different thing. Because then things and they come back to you, but you don't know who that for go tell because nobody they talk about it. You know, now only what kind of so now they can't understand for say, oh, I remember that woman today, they all say sit down in there they talk. If they look far, we don't know what to make that money, but they look far. You know, Sabia for explaining self. For say, if you left with me today, I don't want to talk to nobody. Yes. I don't want to grab in a bed. I don't want for it. I don't feel for it because something just step on me. What you would they talk about? Say, oh, now which that person they which, and that's make it behave that way. Then I make him body they don't. I make it look far.
Okay. See, it's a bad habit to get. You know, like for socialized people.
Yeah.
You know, not definitely mentally.
Yeah.
What I want to touch on as well, to be fair with them is I know this topic like a kind of a taboo.
It's hard. It's a hard topic.
You know, even this mama papa business, dear, the car society I don't see no more. Let we learn for patients with we partners them. We don't know.
Indeed.
So then it even happen to a man when so then we lost with job, or maybe the job they go too hard. You know, they just feel for some reason. You just they feel for, you know, not to say you not like human. You still like her, but you just not there in that mood for do anything.
Exactly.
Straight away, so then you go be get accused. What say? If they see somebody in the street. Boku relationship there, as we know, Boku relationship don't break down because of that. Yeah. I don't say it's difficult for talk about because now we on culture not taboo. I know everyone see don't say before my papa talk about this, but at the end of the day, that's something we need for talk about.
Indeed.
I'm say if you're in a relationship, anything that happen, sometimes they show some understanding to your partner. Show them, you know, give them some room. You know, maybe even sit down, we can talk to them. People now too able to talk through what's the issue. And they talk about people in back home, but one the way they na community or environment where the help they seek help. You know, we Africans we get this this stigma and we say we know, you know, mental health that's something enough for talk about. We all nobody you know don't go through at some point where they feel anxious or where they feel depressed. You know, before exams they feel anxious. Every time when they do this show, before they start, as it don't turn 4 o'clock, I don't begin think what I need for do. Yes. What I need for ready, what I need for say, how for say. Even after they show something that they think, that thing they were talking right, it happen to we all. It's just that when you get to a stage where you enable manage them, I go seek help.
Yeah. Another thing I want to just add to what you all say.
Yes, Mr. Sise.
And sometimes back home, obviously, we all don't grow up. Now they will grow up, you know, don't see a big one there, you know, all different stages. Because you want to say this person are proud.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't want to say this person proud. Maybe not even try to ever understand why that person all of a sudden it become very isolated to himself. You know, now some of the things they only miss out. And when that person become isolated to himself, you know, obviously they go through somewhat pressure to himself, where he never manage, and you know, it affects the relationship we get into. Because think about the culture we get as alone. We got all kinds of social life. Think about maybe like I don't know for Freetown, but even Freetown, I know that them parade, you know, like you go there football they play when I only go there, you know, it depends on the area where they are Freetown. Yeah. And if you look to in a corner, we get different areas about who go like where social life they go there, they enjoy them fun and they go meet people and they sometimes you never saw somebody one day, I don't know, begin friendship, all of a sudden become even closer friends as the day progresses. So if all of a sudden, let's see somebody begin to change. You know, you can go on, what do you expect this supposed to behave so? You know, all internally, you know, we they kind of like, the person, yes, the person will say that the person in personality, he will manage them, but if not somebody will be the socialized, all of a sudden it don't change, The say, nobody. Just a few days because of don't get smart, you don't get proud. No, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Let's try and ask questions.
Exactly.
Let's not judge.
So true.
Yeah, let's try and ask questions. Let's not judge. Don't run to judge the person. For say, now this person, not good. I know say the issue of mental health now a very big subject, and to we now a taboo subject because, before we even born, the way mental health get defined in our culture, now incurable disease. Understand? It won't even associate yourself to anything, in that line. And sadly, now a funny story, but now a true story. Say you had now the most important part of your whole body. Just think of it as sardine we go buy na store. When they pull it come out. Even if it tastes sweet, but not tell well as well. Yeah. So you get na sardine, okay. Don't cause roller coaster.
Yeah, he had no day. I know they talk people, and I saw they talk about they say crazy.
Yeah, and not a nice time for the youth and people. Left hand they eat nothing.
Not to constant cause you. Now your presentation at the time, because you do something they wake up normal.
Yeah.
Not to cause somebody cause you. Now presentation you present at the time. And indeed, somebody in here will take a.
Okay. Yes, Sigugi, go ahead, man.
I just want to say one more thing.
But they're very important.
Go ahead, Sigugi.
Yes, I just want to say one more thing. You understand? When we don't talk about puberty, okay, we got the other side of the coin where now menopause, where again, where woman in period done, you don't reach a certain age, in period done. Some people that they become depressed as a result of that or anxious, right? Yeah. So if you see person in Africa, that big woman there in personality change, not for talk for saying at that age day it will go begin from which business, because now so when person personality change, he become irritable or they vex. Sometimes they sweat by himself past anything. Imagine that Sunday. And part of the reason why make it a sweat now because of the menopause where it go through. It become irritable. You don't want for the near a man, or you don't want for do mama and papa business again. That man they please. I not say if you want and see Africa, other parts of the world, and say if you married for woman, that is if you able to love them all together.
Hey, not give me excuse.
Right? So if that woman they behave that way, now for think about it, say now something wrong. That woman now just don't know say that man will love and say love until nothing. Then all of a sudden, whether that man they touch him. You understand? Dr. Kamala talked a bit about it. I think a few.
Yeah, I think that was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, to be honest, now they say me say land something say I not be no say man they go through menopause.
Man they say midlife crisis.
For wet to appetite.
You understand? Midlife crisis. So the other side back, the woman themselves, then they suffer bad one. Right? So we need for get that all now we aid for safe. That woman they behave that way they not to crazy. Yeah, so again, you go to your doctor, your doctor now they sit down on they plan something. Oh by yanda, imagine that woman not even know what's wrong with him. Really not know what's wrong with him. I not they blame anybody because we not sabi but then things then they. Now only way you can now you don't know for say, oh, and now know what make me auntie or me mama or me friend, or me friend, me mama, what make me they behave that way. Yes. So now for let no we get that idea, then we aid.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Auntie Aminata. I don't know if I even call her auntie, na me mama.
Now yes,
mama, yes, ma.
Yes, sir.
Yes, go on, ma.
Yes, I want to say again, I don't know if people realize that diabetes way rampant amongst we the blacks. So diabetes now one condition, the one disease where they cause male them for not able to perform. Yes, now one of them. So sometimes they can make them man not able to perform. He probably get diabetes or not even know God.
He don't know, indeed.
Or not ever diagnosed. Then we get blood pressure medication. What would they take? When they prescribe mainly for black people, mainly in black people because they work best. The others don't work so well. Okay. In side effects. Now that they cause erectile dysfunction, where they now lead to less low libido.
Yes.
So many things then where they contribute to this. Then also the depression back and mental illness in general they happen. So all that they medication or disease or trauma or emotional upbringing or all they cause all the mental problem. Yeah. So we have to really go to the source and as they go along. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Auntie Aminata. Like we Auntie Aminata say no more, dear. Even medication we then give you from your doctor. Always ask which are the side effects so you understand them better. Always as well, do you allow to be careful with the medication more soon as salon?
Indeed.
Not that they ask question. If you go, you ask them for medicine, leave me, then they sell and give you. Elect yourself not over the counter. If you see somebody, if you know people, we know people, you go get and so dear. So 10 days, yes, we go get what you want, but we get what they think about the side effects we will get from self-medication. So dear, my family are the big. We touch on a topic about menopause. Just on way to that topic. At some point, I will bring Dr. Kamin. But let's just say something short. At some point, we'll therefore do that topic on your own. I don't learn a lot just by, informal conversation. I don't learn a lot from that topic. The thing they will not be even no say, I don't learn that there, and I believe say it will be a good topic. Also, next week, Auntie Aminat, at some point before we finish today, Momiami will give you an overview or summary number of which we will expect next week. Believe me, next week topic, you get for day on fire. One topic I want to come to as well regarding what Auntie Siasa say, it's relating to teenagers them picking. I get picking now where they get to that stage there. I remember when myself being at that point, they feel say nobody enough for talk to you, nobody enough for correct you. You feel say it's a all thing.
Indeed.
Yeah. And we boy picking as soon as we begin a sign, we feel say all that. Yeah, I've been there. You begin press up. Anything you see, you want lift up. So we the parents them will get for the be very observant. Provide support because when I be in the stage, then I finished. I go school very at young age. I finished very early. So the one who have to go school with, they all be big past me. Then they do things their way, may not be even understand what's in deeper. So in them period, they have to try to find me own self for no who that be who's fit in.
That's how I belong, yeah.
I'm glad the kind community who have been come out. But other people they through them thing, they will begin take drugs because they want and they will begin get into a lot of things the way they might not be aware. So I go say, dear, we come brother them, we will get speaking, they will not reach that age, we don't reach that age they will be mindful. And the one day as well, we don't pass that stage, they dear, let we do that. One good turn deserves another. When we come back and help the younger one, the young one, they will not get that experience. If you notice something, tell the papa or the mama, say, hey, tell the parents, say, I see you picking the way anyway. So, and you say, we don't tell you about picking, not a small thing, we don't tell you about picking, begin vex. Something that for listen. Because maybe in they see something where they see. I don't know if somebody else want to jump in on that, they will not get picking, they will not reach that age because like me, I inexperienced and now they begin face tempting and they went and therefore they put me picking down. Get an open discussion with them. Discussion the way before, a couple of years ago, I know get her with her. But now I get to forget that conversation.
Indeed.
They say something, they look me like say, I didn't know you know that. Yes, I did. I've been there.
Yeah, because in the future you don't hold.
I don't know.
In the
I don't even know at all.
Yes.
Yes.
The thing is, the other thing again is where we, the comrade, get for taking into consideration where picking and day that stage there. Because I remember me own picking where that puberty area there and where it in at school, it feel say if I belong, if I join certain group, if I deal with them people in there. And then people I want to associate myself with. Now that's when they begin can't say you, Mama, I want that to get as well they sell 300 pounds.
Yes.
I want that to get as well they sell 500 pounds. Who say you they pull that money? You understand?
Yes, I understand.
The way that picking they not get that particular shoes there or whatever the party they get. All that thing they make the picking and behavior, they become erratic. Where it be say sometimes they go begin do bad, they can even go thief. They can even go to, they can even tell lie. They defend all kind of way no more for maneuver and try, and so they get able to manipulate the parents them. And if they still try, they not get them. they bring them down. All them say they lead to depression and can make picking and change and become somebody else where they not be.
And the girl picking them back, the girl picking them very, very, will get for, because again, I see Bobby don't begin come out, all side don't begin full up param. It feel for say it don't big, in a big woman. The type clothes where they wear now, the people that we want for hangouts with, the social media, everything. That one they cause a lot of problem. And they back talk the carrier and mama. You know, when you tell the mama say, when you tell the picking say she don't know, he say no. So we got to look out for both the boy picking them and the girl picking them. They're all vulnerable from one thing or the other.
Thank you very much, Siugi. Auntie Memuna and up, and after that we go to Dr. Kamara. For let give you an overview no more, just a quick one, a short one regarding menopause. Then we'll come to Mama Aminata, and after that we go round up for today. So Auntie Memuna, go ahead, ma.
Yes, Una, good evening.
Good evening,
I just want to say thank you very much. This the topic today actually very enlightening. It really enhanced my knowledge. Now a very vast topic, and I like the way of presentation where each member they come, you know, panel member they come, they get a discussion. I just hope we will continue with this one, and I just pray may God continue for give una the wisdom and the knowledge, the time una take for do the research, because this is not time consuming. So I tell una thank you. I really appreciate una, and I don't learn so much today. Myself, I get a teenager, and I also right now, before they can begin this, we just don't get the arguments. Oh, I'm not going to school, so why should I wake up early? I say, well,
that's it.
Even if you're not going to school.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
Yeah, so we they learn for lots from una. We just pray God, you know, may this continue so that we self what they learn, we pass on to picking them, and then self tomorrow, then we will be very productive member of the society. So now that's no more. I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you,
Sister Amina, now the group, I don't know whether you are aware of we Islamic organization. It would be nice for me you go join we there. So because me new na Manchester, not that new, but now the first year I see you today. So assalamu alaikum and welcome, and thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you, man. Wa alaikum salam. Inshallah, I go join them. Because they clash too much with this, so but by God in power, we'll try.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so I'll go to Dr. Kamara. Quick, doctor, just whet your appetite for what to expect, where that topic will come up regarding menopause and midlife crisis and stuff like that. Then I'll go to Auntie Aminata. We will get you ready for next week. Then we will wrap up, please. Dr. Kamara.
Yes, thank you so much. Bambula, yeah. As we don't hear this theory then called menopause, all man no say now woman no more than the feel say now it go affect. This monthly corner business, Bokuma feel say now woman no more they get them because we do and they see this thing every month. When they get to that stage when they go for born picking again,
lie down here, please, and
listen. Then they see them. Now the time people in the field say that's it, you know, you not go take belly again, you not go born picking again. But believe you me, the man themselves they go through that kind of thing. But Bokuma no know about that. Now make it fine for let we know. The male menopause is real. And again, it can present exactly like how the human do. The only problem is the man you own. Now they can see them, we prepare them. Then one go get young girl because what you do in your menopause now that desire, that wish for making they play mama and papa business all the time. And then they consider say you don't the old, and because you don't the old, you not go to perform and function like I perform. So what thing go happen? It go then begin for exhaust yourself. The next thing you realize you go begin get chest pain. Next thing you realize you go face stroke. You know, so we have to be really careful. By the time they reach their age, then they are around 55, 60, begin think about dental day. Dental day, they happen clearly, you need to get your doctor to look at you. But clearly, you go see people and say, they want for like go begin beat their young girl them. You understand? The young girl now, one pull name pan papa, but they don't find what he call sugar daddy. And later in the all, they get this far exhausted. As a result, you know, as long as you exhaust yourself, then the heart not they perform, and the brain not they perform like I've been they perform clearly, then they will lead to one thing, either a stroke or a heart attack, or sometimes they die. So you need for patients proper, yes. That's in they really serious. But I think say at the end people say, wow, and clearly, Bokuma don't know about this. So we find for there we talk with them to allow people and be aware. But we'll we'll talk about that. We'll on man at least be able to understand what it's there about.
Definitely.
I thank you very much for who listen to you, and God bless you all.
So until that I prepare for next week, then I will wrap up. Then they will finish for today because the Muslim Jamaat themselves get a session now.
Okay, yes. Next week, go through medication. So first we'll talk about medicines in general, you know, what in medicines and therefore how for using sensibly. Because the same medicine you go use sensibly, it can cause problem back. So we want to talk a little bit more about basic medication, though they see every day in our life, how for be sensible about them and how then they work in our body briefly as well. Things like that. How about that?
I can't wait.
Okay.
You know, because given the discussion we don't get already, I can't wait. I believe there's a lot for people and for land, but putting in the way, the perception they will get is different. So to be honest, I will encourage people and do on our past on our tuning next week. I want to apologize to everybody, the participants, them, the audience, them, they are the big. I want to apologize to and I say we start a little early today because for the past couple of weeks we be a clash with we Muslim family. And as you know, we community, we take pride in working together. So today we start early, so we're able to finish early. So people that already participate now, be able to join Ubanda. So next week with time, we will begin start 15 minutes early. Then we'll finish at 7:15. So dear my family, them we will share the topics them early. So if I get any question, I'll send them through or I'll prepare on a question. So at least we'll be able to go through the questions then properly. We don't want to rush now, but we still look at ways. Maybe we'll even start 30 minutes early, just for giving us enough time for us to ask questions. But like I said, please keep an eye on the time next week. The time will change by 15 minutes. I really, really apologize for any inconvenience. And I encourage people them for them join the Muslim Jamaat, then get their own session as well, where they do wonderful topics and I will encourage people to join. So on behalf of the Sierra Leone organization of Greater Manchester, my name is Timu John Fuller. I'm the PRO for the organization and also the host for this show. I would like to tell you all plenty thank you. I will say a quick Christian prayer for we so people then be able to go off on the day. And I thank you very much.
My family, I tell you, thank you for the one that already tune in and watch what did happen today. I pray say God will continue for guide we all. God will continue for guide and cover we picking them. As this community, they come together, not to no more, they far and near abroad. Even the participants that the party that will be say not to Sierra Leone as the way they don't join. I believe say Creole is more likely English. I tell you all thank you. Let God continue for cover we all and let God make we enjoy the rest of the weekend. Wanna thank you.
Post.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the very best. I wish you well, Bɔdi.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.